Good morning, algebra class. So if you haven't started this one already, please start this warm-up problem, graphing, finding me those 6 values, all good stuff. In-personers, if you need some more graph paper, I have some up here. If you don't, that's fine. At-homers, if you got some graph paper, that's great. If you don't, just sketch it. So we have to remember our 5 steps of graphing parabolas. First step, we got to figure out which way it opens. Mr. Trevino, which way does this one open? Why? And the non-squared coefficient is positive? Yep, love it. This one opens up. Great justification. Okay. Miss Galligan, what's the vertex?
4, -2.
Love it. Because both of them are in parentheses, so we think oppositely on both. Okay. And so that point graph would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, right there. We put a little V for vertex. Love it. Okay? NW, talk to me. Got nothing? Oh, yeah, you've been out for the last couple of days. So. Yeah, exactly. Mason, what do you got for me? What do we do next?
Oh, we gotta find the focus.
Got to find the focus. How are we going to find the focus?
We find P.
Got to find P. So what's 4P?
4P is 16.
4P is 16 because that's that non-squared variable coefficient. So that gives me a P value of 4, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So if I want to find the focus, I'm going to do what from my vertex and how many?
We're gonna move up 4 points.
Up four blocks. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there is my focus. So that focus would be at the point 4, 2. Okay? Love it. Mr. Kopetsky, what do we find next?
The directrix.
Okay. Which way and how many is the directrix?
Go 4 down from the vertex.
From the vertex. Yep. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's a line, right?
Yep.
Love it. Do you know what the equation of that line is?
Y equals -6.
Love it. Good job. Y equals -6. Everything's off of the vertex. Love it. Hannah, what do you got for me? The width is 4P, so that's 16, which means we're going to go 8 left and right or up and down from the focus. Yep. So we're going to go left 8 and left right. Or, left 8 and left right. That doesn't make any sense. Left 8, 2, 4, 6, and 8. And then right 8, 2, 4, 6, and kind of way over there. Yep. All right. That allows us to draw in our parabola. So it looks very similar to that. Love it. One last thing. Gal, what do you got for me? Is x equals 4? And that's that vertical line. Well, in this case, it's a vertical line, but it's a line that runs through the focus and the vertex, correct? Love it. And that is x equals 4. Huh! Good job, everyone. Sorry you didn't get a question.
Sorry.
You answered a bunch yesterday, so I knew you would do one. Plus I can see. Yeah? Good on all of those? I think we are because everybody answered all those. Yeah? Picking up on this stuff? Remember, there's videos to watch from all of those days too. Yeah? Alright? So, today, just when you have all of the answers to all of the questions, I go and I change the direction of the questions. Okay? So today, what we're going to do is we are going to write the equation based on certain conditions. Okay? in the past, up to this point this week, you've been given the equation and you've been asked to graph it. Well, now I'm going to say two things. I'm going to give you two parts to the graph, and you're going to give me the equation. Okay? Now, your equations, or the forms of your answers, are going to be the standard forms of the two different kinds of parabolas. So this first one is for up-down parabolas. Okay? And remember, if it's down, this 4p value, that's negative. Okay? The other one is for left-right parabolas. And again, the 4p value would be negative if it's left parabolas. Okay. So, you're going to be given two things. Okay? You're either going to be given the vertex and the focus, the vertex and the directrix, the focus and the directrix, the vertex and the width, there's multiple, any of those things, any of these things, with the exception of it opening up, so any of these 5 other things here, you're going to be given 2 of those. Okay? And so what you need to do is you need to figure out what you've got going on there. Okay? So I would suggest that you draw yourself kind of a mini graph, but it doesn't have to be on graph paper. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? So it says here that the vertex is at the origin. So my vertex is right there at the origin. Then it tells me that my focus is at the point -2, 0. So I have this scenario given to me. -2, 0 is left. Okay? So given that scenario, do we know which way this parabola opens? What do you got there? It's going to open left because the focus and the focus is inside the parabola, right? Yeah, love it. So this is going to open left. Okay? Because remember, focus is inside the parabola, directrix is outside the parabola. Okay? So that's going to open left. Love it. Which means we're going to be using this y minus k quantity squared is going to equal a -4p times x minus h. So that's what our end result is going to look like. Anything else that I can gain from my little sketch over here to the left? We would be, because what are they? It's the vertex, right? K and H are part of the vertex. So if the vertex here is 0, 0, then H is going to be the X part, and K is going to be the Y part. Okay? We can figure out that. Anything else that we can figure out? Theo, what do you got for me?
The directrix.
We don't need it.
Oh.
Yeah. But where would it be?
2, 0.
So it'd be the line x equals 2, right? Yep. So if we wanted to, the directrix would be over here at x equals 2. Okay? Love it. What else can we find? Not so much the 4p, but the p value. The The p-value is this distance right here. That distance is p. So what is p? 2. Okay? So p is 2, which then means that 4p, as Hope was saying here, 4p is going to be 8. Okay? We're going to make it negative because of the leftness, yes, but 4p itself is just 8. So that gives us enough information. We can put all of this in. Y minus 0. I'm going to write it out longhand first, and then I'll show you what we want it to be. Negative 8 times x minus 0. Close parentheses. So that's filled in. We filled in all of our information. Okay? So this final answer would be y squared equals negative 8x. And that would be the equation that has a vertex at the origin and a focus at negative 2,000. Questions on that? It's the same word, except now instead of going forward, you're actually starting at the end and working your way back. Okay? What I would like you to do is I would like you to try this one. Okay, I'll give it. So, here we go. Ew, I'm sorry, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. So we're looking at this scenario, and we got a vertex at 2, negative 3, so that's somewhere down there. Right? We got a directrix at y equals negative 6. So that's going to be down there. Right? Okay? So which way does this one open? Up. Yeah? So that's going to be an x minus h quantity squared equals positive 4p times y minus k. H is going to be 2. K is going to be negative 3. Love it. This distance here is p. And I got a p value there of 3. Yep, of 3. Which means that 4p then is 12. So this would end up being x minus 2 quantity squared equals positive 12 times y plus 3, because it's minus negative 3. That's right. Well,
it just feels weird not finding like the other stuff.
did I find the other stuff?
Yeah.
Because you're finding the equation. Okay. Try that one. Do this. Okay. So we've got the focus is at the point negative 6, 3. So that's going to be up in here somewhere. And the directrix is at x equals 4. Okay. So first off, which way does this one open? Opens to the left. Yep. Love that. Yeah. Where's the vertex?
The vertex is halfway between the focus and the vertex.
Okay, so it's halfway. So that means that so if this is 6 and then this is 4, that means it would be like right in here, right? At negative 1. Okay, so my vertex is at -1, 3. Right? Which makes my p-value be 5. P-value is 5. Because the whole distance, this whole distance here was 10, which means then that this distance is 5. Left opening is going to be y minus k quantity squared equals -4p times x minus h. So that's going to end up being y minus 3 quantity squared is going to equal -20 times x minus -1. We'll write it as x plus 1. Yes? Love it. Okay? So, going forward for this weekend now. You've got the blue worksheet, which has 9 graphs and 3 find me the equations. Okay? So that can be done and turned in. Sorry, 6 finding the equations. What are you yelling at me?
I love it to be easy, but
But it's not. It's 6. Okay? So you got that. That's due Sunday night, 11:59 p.m. You also have a quiz. It's a summative quiz.
It's spelled summative. Oh, never mind. I thought you wrote 2 T's.
Okay. Summative quiz, 120-minute time limit. And one shot. Okay? So you get one chance at doing it. There's like 2 questions, I think, of finding the vertex. 2 questions of finding the focus. 2 questions of finding the directrix. 2 questions of finding the width and the p-value. And then 2 finding equation questions. Okay? So you got that going on. And then if you get done with all of that, and you still have missing work, let's get some missing work down under 200. Because it's going to go back up again this week because we got another 2 more assignments this week. So let's work on knocking out some of them. Okay? Again, you've got another mod to work today. It's open, the quiz is open for you now, so you could start that if you wanted to. Finish up the worksheet, turn that in however you want. Okay? Or whatever you want.